Right, so boom, officially day one in Berlin, right? And I've got an exciting day. I'm going to go see the Berlin Wall. I'm going to go and see the Reichstag, which is like their parliament building. And then I'm also going to go and see... Now I'm going to go see the Holocaust memorial thing. And then finally, I'm going to go find Hitler's bunker, which is apparently just a car park now or something like that. But we're going to go find it. But first I thought I'd show you my hostel. This has cost me 16 quid a night, so it's basically less than a taxi to town. I had some Donnies sleeping in the same room, but it's just like having fucking siblings, innit? It's way cheaper than a hotel, which I love, because I ain't got dough like that right now. I was here with a Canadian. There was a Canadian there. Scottish lad was in there. He's travelling by himself. He's been all over Europe and he's only 18. The kid seemed like with it, you know, just proper, like smarter than me. And then down here we had a German guy that's just come from South Germany to see a football match, to see his team playing in their version of the FA Cup. So let me give you a little tour of the hostel. Obviously this is my room. It says that we're not allowed to go out onto the balcony, which you can open it. Whichever it says here. It says, smoking on the balcony, €50 fine. Throwing stuff off the balcony, €50 fine. Hey! You owe me €50. Like, who's been throwing stuff off of there? It doesn't say fine for opening it though, so I'm gonna open it, fuck it. Right, not much to see there anyway. The weather's not been great. I'm going to show you the rest of the hostel. One sec. So, yo, it's cushy, man. Everybody wants the lights turned off around the same time. This is the hallway. There's like female dorms down there, so you're only with men. I have been in hostels where there's men and women, but this one it's just a male. This is the men's room, and then the female one's down there somewhere. Here's the shower and toilet. People seem to complain the most about the toilet and the shower area when it comes to hostels, but better than half of people's at home. Can't complain, you just gotta share it, but it is what it is. Let me put a t-shirt on before I go downstairs. And then down there, there's just a staircase. It's just a staircase in that. This was the one yesterday that was super echoey. Oh yeah! I've got to wind people up. I can't come on holiday and not wind people up. So I'm going to take my cashish today. And I'm going to I don't know if I'm going to rent a scooter or if I'm just going to walk about, because everything's actually super close. It's like they've kind of planned it very well for tourism. The transport was super easy. I didn't even get checked on the underground. There wasn't like turnstiles. I don't know why. But yeah. Tomorrow I've got a sick idea, but I'll get onto that tomorrow. But I'll tell you today. I want to go to this abandoned boat that's like in the middle of the river that goes through Berlin. And to get to the boat, you have to go. It's like a ship. It's like a big, massive ship. It was some guy who named the ship after his wife. He lost his wife, named the ship after his wife, and then the government took his boat. So he didn't sound like he had a very nice life. But the boat has been left there, and it's been there since like 1996. And for whatever reason, the Berlin government haven't moved it. They've just took it off him and put it somewhere in the middle of the river, and now it's just floating there. And you have to hire a little paddling boat to go to it. And I'm sorry, but that just sounds like the best vlog. So that's what we're gonna go do tomorrow. But today, it's all the history stuff, because like I was obsessed with World War II, and I'm excited to go see all the shit for myself. I can't wait to go see the Berlin Wall. So cut to me outside. Boom. Right, so brief history lesson. for anybody watching that doesn't understand why the Berlin Wall is the Berlin Wall. Essentially, after World War II, when we'd smoked the Nazis, right? Well, we didn't really do it. We just jumped in at it. No, we got bombed for like 4 years, and we didn't allow fascism to take over Europe. But to be honest, it was the Soviets that actually did all the work. And essentially, when we'd all as a collective defeated the Nazis, Germany and Berlin was both split into half. Half of it controlled by the Allies and half of it controlled by the Soviets. And it sounds like things were pretty cushy, or you don't really hear much for the first like 16 years. But then in 1961, so World War II ended in 1945, and then by 1961, oh, here comes about 50 million tourists ready to interrupt my story. By 1961, the Soviets started realising that everybody was leaving their controlled part of Berlin and trying to go to West Berlin, where the Allies were controlling it. And that is basically because communism was a load of shit, and the capitalist system, which we still run under, works way better. But yeah, people were basically fleeing from the east side to the west side for a better life, and they started realising that this was a problem. There's the car again. Nice car, man. They started to realise that this was a problem, so they put up a big fat wall in 1961, 16 years after it was carved out and World War II had ended. And then for the next 30 years until 1991, the wall stood, and people who lived in East Berlin couldn't go to West Berlin. West Berlin was the one that was... I used to think that the wall was just down the middle, and I thought, why can't people just walk around the wall? But it wasn't like that. The wall was completely encircling West Berlin, and there was checkpoints for people from West Berlin to get in and out of. Because basically West Berlin was the place to be, and East Berlin apparently still is way poorer, and Eastern Germany is way poorer than Western Germany, because of that 30 years or 46 years or whatever it was, where it was carved out, until 1991, when Germany became unified once again because the Soviet Union fell. When I say Soviets, I mean Russians, for anybody that doesn't know at all what I'm talking about. But essentially, yeah, this place was split in half by a wall for 46 years, and some of the wall still stands, and there's apparently bullet holes in the wall because over 200 people tried to escape from one side to the other, and everybody was trying to escape from East Germany to West Germany. They were trying to escape from the Soviet territory to get to the Allied controlled territory. And when I say Allies, I basically mean controlled by the UK, America, and like the French, I think it was. I don't know why they got a peace. They didn't even fucking... I think they did fight in World War II, but they got whitewashed. Bit like PSG in the Champions League. Right. So that's where I'm gonna go, and I might use this electric bike just to get there. But yeah, I'm excited to see bullet holes. Yeah, fuck trying to ride this with one hand. Yeah, I can't lie, this is mad. Woo! It looks like I'm coming up to that big monument fucking gate. I'm not really too interested in the gate. It's kind of pretty. Yeah, let's go see it. Right, well, there's a gate. Some Donny with 4 horses on top of it. I know nothing about this gate. Looks alright. Check my ear. So if I'm right, I heard that Hitler set fire to this place, or got somebody to set fire to it, and then he either blamed the Soviets, the Russians, or he blamed the Jews. I can't remember which one, but I'm sure that's what happened. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, innit? But everywhere I'm going, I'm sat there like, nah, this was all like Nazi, like swastikas everywhere and stuff. Like, maybe I'm sure the German people are over it, not over it, but like, I'm sure that they're like, yeah, obviously we know our history and we hear about it all the time. It's like when I walk past Old Trafford, like, no, Old Trafford is one of the 7 wonders of the world, but still, you can still go past it and not really care too much if you live there and you're near it every day. Where is this? It's actually massive. I thought it was like gonna be a lot smaller. Should I try going? Of course I'm gonna try going. Oh no, the visitor's entrance is on the other side. Excuse me, which side do you go in? Round there. Thank you. See how I had to put on my posh voice. Yeah, as I was saying, like, I can just, like, Hitler was here. Hitler probably gave speeches here. He definitely gave speeches here. Crazy. And now there's pure Asian Donnies with kebab shops. It's literally the most kebab shops in the world. Like, it's the most densely populated city with kebab shops or something like that. Obviously they invented doner. I didn't realise that. I found out yesterday. I always thought it was Turkish. I don't know how we're getting. Maybe it's a... Oh. Okay, so it turns out that I was just at the back. This is the front. Yes. Yeah, Hitler defo gave speeches here. I recognise them steps. And look how, I mean, they're doing pure digging work, which kind of fucking ruins the atmosphere. Yeah, like, look at this. This is defo where they all had marches. Like, look how big the space is. I shouldn't just talk about the Nazis because they have other history in it. They had like, I don't know how old the country of Germany is. I don't know if it's older than the UK or England, but it's pretty old. It's got an old history. Egypt's got the oldest. I heard it's fucking filthy. Right, so I just asked the guy, yeah, and he said I got to make a reservation, which I did actually do. I've got a reservation for tomorrow, I think. It's like 3 o'clock tomorrow, but I want to go see this boat. I don't know how much I really want to go inside there. I do, but I don't, like, for the vlog I don't really think it's the best. If I wasn't here with, if I wasn't vlogging, I probably would go inside and just read a load of shit about the Germans and World War II and shit, but nah, for the sake of the vlog, we've got to go see that boat. To be honest, I actually think the amount of stuff that you can, you know, abandoned buildings for urban exploring is better in Berlin than anywhere I've seen. It seems like they actually enjoy it here. They want you to do it. They've got an abandoned airport. They've got loads of random stuff. Right, off to the Berlin Wall, I guess. So I'm at like a memorial site. I need all people that were victims of the Holocaust, I think. But this guy here, Winko Porfran, he fought for the Germans in World War One, and then in World War Two, the Gestapo arrested him and sent him to Auschwitz, which is just crazy to think. He was a patriot in World War One, and then another political party came in, and I mean, I've not read it, but it sounds like he was killed. Right, no, he was killed. He was killed in 1943. But yeah, it's just crazy to think, innit? Imagine that. Imagine you fought for the UK in the Iraq War or something like that, and then 30 years later, you're killed by the same government. Or you know, your country, you was fighting for your country, and then your country sent you to Auschwitz, to a concentration camp, and got you killed. Right, so I'm here at the Holocaust Memorial. I don't know if the bricks signify anything. I imagine they do. Maybe there's like an information board somewhere, but pretty mad this. I feel like I'm gonna walk into someone. I feel like I'm gonna... Yeah. Mate. Go. I heard people like climb on these and that. I don't know if that's disrespectful. I would think that's disrespectful, but if you're a free runner, it's probably your wet dream, innit? Imagine getting jumped down here. If it was London, that's what would be happening. Yeah, imagine getting chased around here, man. You'd be fucking shitting yourself. There's people popping out from every corner. Oh. Yeah. Not really got much to say on this. Oh. Guten Tag. It's fucking weird, man. I didn't realise it was this high. Like some of them there at the bottom, they're like at least 10 foot tall. Coming out. If it wasn't a war, a Holocaust memorial, if it wasn't a Holocaust memorial though, I would absolutely love to just scale it, just jump from one to another. Okay, so it does have the rules here. No bringing dogs or pets, no jumping from one it's called a stele, I can't say it. A stele. Jumping from one of them to the next. No loud noise of any kind. No bringing or parking bicycles. Imagine trying to ride a bike through there. What fucking nut is doing that? Germans, man. No smoking or consuming alcoholic beverages. Fair enough. So I've got no idea, right? I'm assuming that I'm in West Berlin, because apparently East Berlin is just way more Soviet looking. If you know what I mean by that, it's like, it looks like Eastern Bloc Soviet Russia. Like all the buildings are just basically boxes, just squares with. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's like the perfect depiction of what it must have been like in the USSR. Obviously, outside of certain lovely places where, for whatever reason, they had more money. I still don't fully understand how it worked. Oh, here's some information on this place. But I would like to check some of East Berlin just to see what it looks like. Apparently it's still poorer, and Eastern Germany is still poorer now, even though it's been like 35 years since the reunification. Let me have a look at this. So it was just a load of poems and stuff. I'm not really going to sit there reading poems about the Holocaust. Sorry. Not a bit of a downer on the channel, innit? We learned a lot about. In the UK, if anybody's watching that's not from the UK, we learn absolutely everything about the Holocaust. We do World War II like 3 times in school. What's this here? Oh, no way you can go downstairs into something, but it looks like it's closed. Yeah, it's closed. Fuck knows what's down there. But it's on top of... It's under all the bricks. This place is crazy. You know what? This is so much more interesting than like London. London, fucking get your act together. In London, all you're gonna see is a kid on a Saron, and then your phone go missing 2 seconds later. Feels very safe here as well. I can't lie. Like I've not seen one kid with a belly on. The UK's going to shit. Not that many tall buildings though. Like I've just realised that's like the tallest building I've seen. Like Manchester's full of skyscrapers now. Manchester's actually dead pretty in the city centre. Not that you can go there because it's just rich people. All the poor people live on the outskirts like me. In Soviet Manchester you cannot enter the middle part. They say that I should go see Checkpoint Charlie. If it's round the corner, I'll probably go have a look at it. If not, I won't. Checkpoint Charlie is basically one of the checkpoints to go in and out of West Berlin. Imagine the day that you wake up, right, and there's a big fence, because it started as a fence and then they built the wall over like the next 5 years. Imagine the day that you're just in West Berlin chilling, you're having your best life, bro. You know, you're making dough, you're happy that you're a part of the West and that. And then suddenly there's a big fucking perimeter around you and you can't go see your family in East Berlin. 200 people died trying to cross from East Berlin to West. Nobody went from West to East though. And apparently you can tell by the wall, on one of the walls, I'm still yet to see the wall, but apparently you can tell by the wall that they were trying to stop one side from getting into the other, as opposed to stopping people from going on the east side. And the West Berlin wall is just covered in graffiti that's like taking the piss out of the Russians. I need to find it actually, I'm gonna go on my maps. Right, check these Donnies over here, man. Way, England! England! Italia! Hey! You gonna race? Race! Run, 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 run! Oh, they're having none of it. I must wind people up, man. Do you know where the wall is? No idea. That way for the wall. Okay, thank you. Yo, this place is sick.
You can rent.
You can rent him?
Yeah.
How much?
No idea.
No idea how much.
You from Scotland?
No, Manchester.
Oh, nice.
Manchester United.
Yeah, I know Manchester. I've been there.
Have you been?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Italy.
Italia. Okay. Yeah, I've yet to go to Italy.
I was living in Crumpsall, Cheetah
Oh,
Mill.
crumbs. Cheetah Mill?
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen Cheetah Mill? That's the best part
And
of
then
Manchester.
I live in Moston.
Oh, Moston. What do you
They
think?
built the university in Moston, no?
Well, how do you like Moston?
But now the big university in Moston, no?
I
There
don't
is
know.
a big university.
I don't
yeah.
know. Moston's lovely, isn't it? Cheetah Mill. What a lovely place.
Ah. And then I was in Bolton.
Bolton. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
Bolton.
Yeah.
Bolton, lads.
Bolton.
Bolton, lads. What am I doing? I'm just seeing the wall and stuff.
Ah.
Do you know where it is?
The wall you have to go to Warszawia Straße.
Where?
Warszawia Straße. You have to take the S-Bahn. But you can see Brandenburg Gate here. It's very nice.
Yeah, I've seen the gate. It said a
Ah,
bit
you
of the
see the
wall
gate.
was near here.
There is a little bit in Potsdamer Platz.
Okay, over there.
Basically.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much, bro.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
I'll see you one day again in
Yeah, man.
Cheetah Mill. Not. Nah, he was cool, him. Yo, I just found maybe the best thing in Berlin. Oh, I've got to go up there. I never get up. Oh, get me up there now. Also, it's got like a traffic light and I can't go down when it's red, I can only go down when it's green. Oh, look over the edge, that is. Oh, that is scary. Oh, can't wear my shoes. I don't get it. It's not going green, maybe it's broke. There's definitely nobody in it, I'm just gonna have to go down it. Is anyone in it? Oh, they're not gonna understand me, are they? I'm talking English. Fuck it, I'm going down. Oh, fuck. I'm having a great day. Tesla Bot 2023. Yo. I saw one of them kick off at like a fucking music festival. You seen it when it started like nearly punching up the guy in the crowd. Do I want to try?
You want to try it? Yeah. Do you want to sit here?
Can I drive it?
Driving? I don't know if you can drive, but
No.
you want to sit here? You're on YouTube?
Yeah. Famous. I've made it, lads. Bought my first Tesla off the YouTube monetization money. Have you ever been in one of these?
No, just sitting in there.
I was lucky enough to have somebody give me a little
Test drive.
yeah, a little tech. Well, he drove it, and I'm glad he did because it goes so. It was fast. It was so fast that it was like this roller coaster that we have in the UK. I swear to God, it goes to like from like 0 to 60 in like 1 second. I was like that, just on a normal street. The guy was like 70 years old as well. The security guard on the desk at the Tesla place thought I was 18 years old. He thought I was 18. He went, "How old are you? How old are you?" Fucking 28. Right. So I'm on the way to go find Hitler, and I'm getting kind of hungry, and I've just found another currywurst place. And when in Berlin, alright, second currywurst. You gotta look at this though. So that's the sauce. That's the sauce they put on it. So I tried asking the lady, but she didn't speak proper English. Obviously, I'm not expecting her to. She didn't speak proper English. Fucking foreigners that speak in our language. Yeah, so I'll find out what curry powder it is that they put on it. I could just Google it, but I think it's more interesting to ask an actual German person. But yeah, man, here we go again. Second time, let's see if it's as good as the other place. It should be. It's a pretty simple fucking recipe. Currywurst. I don't think she put as much curry on as the last place. Just tastes like ketchup, really. I know chips ain't that interesting to you guys, because you've had them before. But yeah, therefore try one of these if you make your way down to Berlin. Apparently they're very proud of it. I spoke to some guy, said yeah, they love it. They brag about it as well. They're like, this is our thing. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna go find the man with the funny tash. You know what? I was just thinking to myself, right? Obviously, I've done a lot of reading on Hitler before I came here, and apparently, he had like a list of like who was the best race. So obviously, he thought that Slavs, which is like Ukrainian Russian people, were at the bottom alongside the Jews. He thought like they were the worst of the worst, and then he thought like the Japanese were kind of like alright, cool. I mean, he did like form an alliance with him. Do you know what I mean? Like gang ties and that. Apparently, he actually had a lot of respect and admiration for the British, and he never wanted to invade Britain. It's just Britain was like, nah, we can't have you fucking doing all this fascist shit. But it does say in the thing. Yeah, he respects the English and that, but they're not better than the Germans. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, obviously he's going to say that the Germans are the best. Like, he's not a cook. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to sit there like fucking licking another ethnicity or nationality's race, or he would say race, wouldn't he? He's not there going to be licking another fucking racist arsehole. He thought the Aryan race was like the superior people. He'd be absolutely fucking fuming if he saw it today. Good. There's literally a memorial for the Holocaust victims, like 10 minutes away from where he's buried. But where they believe he's buried, nobody actually knows if he got buried there. Little rumour I heard is he might have snuck off to Argentina. But nobody really knows. There's a lot of Nazi-ish stuff in Argentina still. Don't know why the Argentinians took him in. I wonder what he thought of them. Don't really say. But apparently they got on. Do you know what I've just realised? I'm across the road from the Berlin Wall. It's right there, man. I've been sat here eating my bratwurst, I didn't even know. Oh, it's called a bratwurst, not a fucking Frankfurt. Don't we call it a Frankfurter in the UK? They call it a bratwurst. Maybe Frankfurt is the brand. I'm gonna go check the Berlin Wall in a second. Right, so here's the wall. Fucking mad. I don't think you're supposed to touch it. I saw somebody just touching it. I won't touch it. Nah, I'm not gonna touch it. Right, I touched the Berlin Wall, bro. Mad. So apparently, from what I've watched, just one day, what does it say here? Madness. This is madness! What does it say here? Oh, sick. I mean, obviously it's going to say shit in German, innit? But basically, just one day in 1991, when the Soviet Union was falling apart, and it became modern day Russia, I think one guy said I can't remember, it was something like someone important said one thing where it was like, yeah, like Germany's getting reunified. He said something without any backing of it, and everybody just took it as fact, and everybody came down and just started smashing the wall in. And I'm assuming that this was smashed in 1991, and people were trying to like see people did not see for years. It must have been crazy, man. It must have been absolutely amazing. There's a big hole in the wall. But you can't get money out of this one. Yeah, so you can't really scale it. I mean, I'm a pretty good fucking climber from back in my days getting chased by police and stuff. But I ain't getting over that, son. There he is, there's the man now. Look at that fucking tash. Who told you that was a good idea? This guy did not, he weren't your boy, he did not advise you. He didn't advise you, he didn't advise you. None of them said nothing, look at her. Fucking hell, man. None of them told you that you needed to cut that big sausage off your nose, man. Look at it. Yeah, either way, well, bro, this is surreal. So there would have been watchtowers all over, just keeping people from going into West Berlin. That's crazy, bro. Because look, this is what you would have seen. You would have just seen Mandem on like the other side, and you would have, you could probably shout to him. I don't know how long it stretched. I imagine if I read some of the information boards, I'll find out. There's the ones with graffiti on it though. I wonder why this one. I feel like this is the east. This must have been that side must have been the east, because the East German people, it weren't fucking putting no graffiti on the walls. Not a chance. They were the ones that was like oppressed in a way, from what I understand. But yeah, basically just one day in 1991, man started smashing. I'm glad they stopped smashing the wall, because if they destroyed the whole fucking thing, it would have been shit. There would have been nothing to come see. But yeah, man, that's crazy. Fucking big ass wall. I think they had guard dogs as well. German Shepherds. I can just imagine that some fucker climbed through there and everyone was just like reuniting after years of being apart. I wonder why you couldn't just go through the checkpoints though. who could go through, like, could you leave West, obviously the people from West Berlin must have been able to go to East Berlin. I don't know, I should have done my research before this, but yeah, there's loads of writing all over it. I'm glad that people haven't come and like destroyed it. I'm surprised I'm allowed this close. It's only a little fence. Pure man throwing up the national gang sign. Yeah, you definitely couldn't have that in the UK. You'd have like man ripping pieces of the wall off and trying to sell it on eBay. Bit of the wall, 30 quid. Right, I'm assuming that I'm here because there's just a sign that says bunker with an arrow just over there. Oh fucking hell. I thought bunkers are supposed to be hidden, like underground. This looks pretty bait. Like if you were looking for Hitler's bunker, I'd look there. Looks quite like a bunker. I'm confused, I thought he was just in a parking lot somewhere, apparently. Oh, it's 12 quid a ticket. Yeah, pretty bait for a bunker this. Yeah, wonder where Hitler is. Fucking obvious. Is that a bomb? Right, I'm not allowed to film in here, but this is pretty much the only room with our cameras. But I'm just going downstairs into the bunker. There's not that much to see really. There is, but it's just reading stuff. But it's pretty cool to think that like this is Hitler's bunker. I'm sorry, but I've got to get this on film. I am taking a piss in Hitler's bunker. Nowhere to wash my hands. Dirty Nazis. Alright, yeah, that was pretty cool. There's not much to show. It was just room after room, but it is pretty mad to think like that's where Hitler planned everything and did all this shit. There was like a top floor, middle floor, and then like an underground floor, which yeah, I saw them all. And it's just history on all the walls, right from the start of the First World War until the day the war ended. But I want to know where he's actually buried, because apparently it's a parking lot. Mate, I'm googling it here and it's like nobody wants to just give a fucking straight up answer to where it is. I saw a picture of Winston Churchill looking at the gravesite and then sitting on one of the chairs that Hitler used to use, and I just thought that was like classic British humour. He had a cigar in his mouth and that, and he's laughing and everybody's laughing while he's sat in the chair. I can't find this grave site, man. Right, apparently I'm nearly here. I went the wrong way. All the way back to my hotel it took me for some reason, because Google glitched out. But now I've made it. Apparently it's just a parking lot. To be honest, it might be that. Oh no, here it is. I can tell by the crowd. Apparently they didn't even tell anybody. The German government didn't even tell anybody that this was where he was buried until 2006. And I also saw in the bunker it said that the theory on him escaping to Argentina couldn't be true because they took his teeth and they examined him in Russia, and the dental records shown that it was his teeth. But they would say that, wouldn't they? Got my tinfoil hat on today, don't I? Yeah, fuck knows. Either way, here's the crowd. I'm gonna go see where Hitler was buried. Right, so this is where Hitler was buried, where he belonged. You fucking stupid sausage lip fucking hand gang sign throwing bastard. Well, you can get a fucking smoothie. You can get a smoothie. It looked pretty nice. But first, let me exhumed the area. So apparently the bunker was here, and they literally just buried over it, put a car park here. Imagine getting a gaff there and you didn't know until 2006. Like, suddenly it just came out in the paper that Hitler was buried beneath your garden. Hitler's buried in your garden. I can't lie, it's a pretty nice car park. I wish I knew the exact spot. Because now I'm just walking around a car park. I want to know, like, X marks the spot. Where is it? But they burnt him anyway. They burnt him and his missus. Do you think he had side pieces? Imagine Hitler on top of you in Missionary. I'm sorry if I offend people. The people that I offend won't be watching at the end there, so the apology is pointless. But yeah, I'm sorry if I offend people. It's just the way I deal with stuff, innit? If you don't laugh, you cry. Mate, look how this woman's giving me the gherkin on this. That's not what it looked like on the picture. On the picture it's all cut up, it looks perfect. What is that? she was not happy to get, she did not want to save me. Right, well here's Checkpoint Charlie. Oh look, there's a big queue of people waiting to fucking take a picture, man. Who's this, Danny? So this was the checkpoint to get through the Berlin Wall. I wasn't that interested to see this. It does look cool though. It's mad, isn't it, that Americans were controlling this city in Europe. Yeah, the Americans were in charge of this. Me, loads of people are just coming and taking a picture of the checkpoint. Like, you can find a picture of it on Google. Like, get a picture with it. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna have a look at it. Oh yeah, so this was where the big standoff was between the Russians and the Americans. There was like tanks on both sides. It's pretty cool. What are these? Yeah, it says American checkpoint on the top. Yeah, worth the look. Worth the look.